Hello, my viewers all over the world. Mr. Chidan is here again. Today, we are looking at conversion of number bases, not just conversion, but number bases leading to quadratic equation. In my previous videos, I've been able to tackle conversion of bases and from one base to another. But today, I'm not just talking about number bases, but I'm also going to solve the ones that lead to quadratic equation. So I stumbled into this question that came in WAEC 2014 at number 2. So the question says, if 124 base n is equals to 232 base 5, find the value of n. So these are frequently asked questions. So we're going to trash it immediately and then move ahead to trash other related questions. So all I'm going to do is to assign values 0, 1, and 2. Since it is not in base 10, and then since this one is also not in base 10, I will also do the same thing, that is 0, 1, and 2. So each of the numbers here will multiply the base raised to the power of what we have there. So we start, this is 1 times n raised to power 2 plus, can do them, 2 times n raised to power 1 plus the last person, that's 4 times n raised to power 0 equals to, I have 2 times 5 raised to power 2 plus 3 times 5 raised to power 1 plus 2 times 5 raised to power 0. So now I've been able to arrange them. I'm trying to take them to base 10. So all I do here is this and this. I'm going to have n squared plus here I will know that n raised to power 1 is n. So n times 2 is 2n. So I move. Here I have n raised to power 0. N raised to power 0 is 1. In my next video, I will explain why n raised to power 0 is 1. I can prove it and show you. But here, we need to know from law of indices that any number raised to power 0 is 1. So this is 1 multiply 4. So I will have 4 equals to, we move here, 5 squared will give me 25. 25 times 2, I will have 50. Plus 5 raised to power 1 is 5. 5 times 3 is 15. Plus 5 raised to power 0 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Now I've been able to bring them down to this form. So I'm not going to arrange them. After arranging them, I will now solve, because looking at what I have, it's going to lead me to quadratic equation. So let's quickly deal with it. Only this is the only power 10. So I'll have n squared. Here I have this little one containing n plus 2n. Then I will now bring in all of them and equal to 0 plus 4, which I have here. These other ones will move in and their signs will change. So this one will move in and become minus 50. This one will move in and become minus 15. This one will do the same and become minus 2 equals to 0. I've been able to equate it to 0. So I'll move. This is n squared plus 2n. Here I have this and this will give me 65. Minus 65 minus 67. So minus 67 plus 4, I will have minus 63 equals to 0. At this point, it has led me to quadratic equation, which we are familiar with. So the next thing I will do at this point is to do my first times last. The equation of the first power 10 is 1. That's 1 times the last number we have here is minus 63, which is going to give me minus 63. So at this point, I will look for two factors of 63 that I will use to replace the middle number. So I need to first of all get the factors. The factors will be 1 and 63, then The next one that can give us is 3 is 3 and 21. 3 and 21. 4 cannot, 5 cannot, 6 cannot, 7 can, 7 and 9. So these are the factors. Each of them will give me 63, 63, and then 63. At this point, I will not check the one I can use to replace the one in the middle. Replacing this one means that these two can do that. I will now do 7 minus 7 plus 9, I will have plus 2. And when they multiply, minus 7 multiplied by plus 9, I will have minus 63, which is exactly what I have here. So at the end of the day, these are my two factors. I will come here, replace the middle one with those two factors, which is n squared plus 2n plus 9n, not 2, 9n minus 7n minus 63 equals to 0. So at this point, I will now have to group them in twos. The first one, the other one, leaving a sign at the middle. So having done that, I will now take the HCF or whatever that can divide in the first bracket. And there I have that n can do that. If n divides, I will be having n plus 9. I'll bring out the minus sign at the middle. Here, what can go? I know that 7 can. Then I will be having n minus makes it a plus 9, all equals to 0. So at this point, I will have to continue from here. I will bring out the ones outside, which is this and this, then the one inside, and equate to 0. That is to say, n minus 7 and n plus 9 is equals to 0. So I will have to take them one after the other. That's n minus 7 is equals to 0. Therefore, n is equals to plus 7, or n plus 9 equals to 0, n equals to minus 9. But we're working in number basis. Number basis cannot be negative. That simply means that since number basis cannot be negative, therefore our true value of n is equals to 7. So this is exactly the way you answer it in WAEC, which came out in 2018, question number 4, theory question. So if you watch how lengthy the question is, you agree with me that it has more mark. So for you to do very well, all you need to do is exactly what I did. Now we'll start this immediately. This is 0, 1, and 2. This is also 0, 1, and 2. Since they're looking for the value of n. So I will do exactly what I did in the first one. So let's move. This is 2 times 7. 2 will multiply 7 raised to power 2 plus n times 7 raised to power 1 plus 4 times 7 raised to power 0 equals to, this one is in base 9, we'll do the same. 1 times 9 raised to power 2 plus 5 times 9 raised to power 1 plus n times 9 raised to power 0. So at this point, this is 7 squared, which is 49. 7 squared is 49 times 2. 49, that's, I'm going to have 98 plus 7 raised to power 1 is 7 times n. I have 7n plus 7 raised to power 0 is 1. Like I said before, 1 times 4 is still 4, which is equals to 9 squared. 9 squared is 81. 81 times 1 is still 81 plus 9 raised to power 1 is 9 times 5. I have 45 plus 9 raised to power 0 is 1 times n. I have n. So at this point, I will have to collect like terms. Collecting like terms here, I can see that something is actually alike. I have n here and I have n here. So this is 7n and this is 1n. So they are alike. I will move them to one side and then move the numbers there to the other side. That is what I mean by collecting like terms. So here I need 7n. This comes over and becomes minus n is equals to, write this one first. This is 81 plus 45. Then this and this will move. But if I want, I can add them up here, which is going to give me 102. I'll now say minus 102. So this is 7n minus n. I have 6n equals to, I have to add this. This and this will give me 126. 126 minus 102. So 6n will continue equals to 6 minus 2, I will have 4. Here I will bring down 2. That is 6n gave me 24. So for me to get the value of n, I will divide by the coefficient of n, which is all over 6. All over 6. This 6 cancels this 6. And then 6 can go. 6 here 1, 6 here is 4. Therefore, my true value for n is equals to 4. So I would want you to comment, subscribe, like, and share so that other people can get it and do well in their exam. See you next time.